Kalila Channel, your permanent link to the latest news on the works, actors, and institutions of cinema that shape our perception of the world. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. What happens when art and technology collide on the big screen? The Advanced Imaging Society just answered that with its 2026 Lumiere Awards, honoring visionaries like Ethan Hawke, Jon M, Joseph Kosinski, and Jerry Bruckheimer for pushing the boundaries of immersive storytelling. Often dubbed the Oscars for geeks, this year's ceremony celebrated cinematic breakthroughs that fuse innovation with emotion among the winners. Sinners and Zootopia, two not only claimed top honors but also shattered box office records, proving that audiences crave both spectacle and substance. The event underscored a growing truth. In modern cinema, the line between tech and art is not just blurring, it's vanishing. Who is stepping back into the spotlight with a role that promises to unsettle and mesmerize? Catherine Zeta-Jones returning to intense dramatic territory in the psychological thriller Cupid, directed by Tate Taylor and written by the Dyke brothers. The film casts her as an unorthodox marriage counselor, whose methods turn a troubled relationship into a dangerous game. With filming set to begin soon, fans of her powerhouse performances in Chicago and traffic are already buzzing. Can she once again command the screen with the same chilling magnetism that defined her earlier roles? When does artistic integrity become non-negotiable? Jonny Greenwood and Paul Thomas Anderson are demanding the removal of music from their 2017 film Phantom Thread. From a documentary about Melania Trump, they argue Universal Pictures failed to consult Greenwood, violating their agreement and misrepresenting their creative intent. This clash over intellectual property rights highlights a growing unease in documentary filmmaking, where borrowed art risks becoming borrowed trouble. As studios tighten control over their catalogs, how many more creators will draw a line in the sand? What does it take for an animated film to break the billion-dollar barrier in under 3 weeks? Zootopia 2 just did it, becoming the fastest animated film to hit that milestone among all Motion Picture Association rated releases. Is also only the second PG-rated film to achieve such speed, following Disney's Lilo and Stitch. This runaway success reaffirms Disney's unmatched grip on global animation and family entertainment. With its clever storytelling and vibrant world, the sequel proves that even in a saturated market, originality and heart still rule the box office. Where do unconventional lives find their voice on screen? Joy Bubbles, a documentary that premiered at Sundance, is now being shopped internationally by Visit Films. Directed by Rachel J. Morrison, the film delves into lives lived outside societal norms, offering a raw, empathetic portrait of resilience and identity. Set to debut at the European film market, it's produced by Sarah Winchell and Annie Marr, indie veterans known for their bold storytelling. As it prepares for global rollout, will Joy Bubbles spark the kind of cultural conversation that only the most daring documentaries can? How does a franchise keep raising the bar and the box office? Avatar: Fire and Ash has officially joined the billion-dollar club, making the Avatar series one of the rare franchises where every installment has crossed that threshold. James Cameron's latest installment continues his legacy of merging spectacle with emotional depth, captivating audiences with Pandora's evolving saga and groundbreaking visuals as the world watches the next chapter unfold. One question lingers: can any filmmaker match Cameron's ability to turn technological ambition into cinematic magic? What kind of horror thrives in the age of cults and chaos? Uncharted Entertainment is launching Ascendant at the European film market, a chilling thriller starring Richard Brake as a charismatic cult leader who performs eerie feats. From lighting candles with his mind to orchestrating human sacrifices, Caitlin E. Newberry co-stars in this tale of supernatural dread and psychological manipulation, with its unsettling premise and atmospheric tension. Ascendant promises to leave viewers questioning what's real and what's ritual. When does a tech giant bow to a studio's legal pressure? Google has quietly begun blocking prompts related to Disney content after receiving a cease and desist letter in December. Disney accused Google's AI tools of acting like a virtual vending machine for its intellectual property, a claim that forced the search giant to adjust its systems. This move signals a broader industry shift. as studios scramble to protect their brands from AIA's unchecked appetite as generative tools evolve. How long before every studio demands its own digital firewall? Who's bringing indie drama to the world stage? Goodfellas has acquired global sales rights to Josephine, the Sundance Grand Jury Prize winner directed by Beth De Arroyo, starring Channing Tatum and Gemma Chan. The film generated major buzz in Park City and will make its international debut at the Berlin Film Festival. With its emotional depth and standout performances, Josephine stands out as one of the year's most compelling indie dramas. Will its quiet power resonate beyond the festival circuit? How do you turn a soccer manga into a global cinematic event? Blue Lock, the live-action adaptation of the hit manga by Muneyuki Kaneshiro and Yusuke Nomura, has secured international sales through Round 12, a joint venture between Goodfellas and Media Sport. Set to debut at the European film market, the project taps into the global passion for sports and youth-driven stories with its high-stakes drama and visual flair. Blue Lock could become the next crossover phenomenon, bridging anime fans and mainstream audiences alike. What's the next move for indie studios aiming to dominate global markets? Camelot Films is expanding with a new sales division and financing arm ahead of the European film market. Its upcoming slate includes psychedelic adventures, X-Killers, Battle of the Beasts, and Built for the Unknown, plus a sequel to The Awakening. This strategic growth reflects a broader industry trend. Indie studios are no longer waiting for distribution deals, they're building their own. As they take control of funding and global rollout, can they rewrite the rules of independent cinema? And finally, who decides how a film should be seen, in theaters or on a screen? Sam Raimi intervened to ensure Send Help gets a theatrical release, saving it from a streaming-only fate. His move reignites the debate over how audiences experience cinema, and who gets to decide meanwhile. Josh D'Amaro is rethinking Disney's strategy, balancing theme parks, streaming, and theatrical releases. As studios navigate this new landscape, one question remains. In an age of choice, is the big screen still sacred? Subscribe and stay connected to the latest news from the world of American entertainment.